Hey man, say man, what's the play man? We're here for another 806er one-on-one interview here with some special people today. Today we're sitting down with the family of Kobe Lee Alonzo to talk about who Kobe was and how the family is moving forward and how they're turning their pain into purpose through this back to school memorial drive and everything else they've been doing. How are you guys doing today, ladies?
We're doing okay.
We're having a hard time with not having him here, but with his spirit and his legacy that he left behind, we're trying to cope and just do everything that he would want us to do for him and keep his legacy and memory alive.
Right?
I definitely appreciate you guys responding to me like we spoke about earlier. One of the things I had loved to see were how his friends really championed him in his death and graduation and even I think when he was laid to rest and everything, and that encouraged me. Everybody wants friends like that.
Yes.
So I'd love to really see that. So before we get into things, who was before? My bad. Before people knew Kobe's story through tragedy, who was he as a son, a student, and a person?
Kobe was everything to everybody. He was a leader, a follower. I mean, he would give his shirt off his back for anybody. He would help all his friends. He even helped one of his friends graduate this year. And I mean, his friends still keep coming around every day. They're all like my kids. I would always have them. We even have a tradition to do lunches or dinners on Thursday.
Okay.
Kobe was a special person. He was always kind of sick, always had illnesses, his asthma, his ears infections, and he broke an arm, and we were always just worried about him because he was little, and then we were like, oh, is he gonna grow? Then he pulled out and he showed us that, he was gonna be an amazing person because he reached out to a lot of people. And just Sunday we went to go visit him, and there was a young lady there that said that Kobe had helped her financially, that we didn't even know that he had helped her financially and in a relationship that she was in, and
Would tell her to get out of that domestic relationship.
to get out of the domestic violence relationship. And she had a child, I think, and he helped with the feeding them. And the young lady was like, I can't believe that he's not here, that him and his sister Kobe and Kinsley were always there for her and her sisters. I mean, and it was great to hear her story that we didn't even know. And it inspires us that my grandson was somebody special, that he was always out there reaching out to help, to give somebody a ride.
Even for them to stay at our house for a while.
He had a little friend that stayed there for a while. He helped people at school with their homework and
Bringing them energy drinks to stay awake.
because they were going through a lot. And I mean, we've had a bunch of stories that the kids from school have shared with us, and it's just amazing who the person he was. And we know that because he would always reach out to me and say, hey mother, what can I do for you? Or I'm getting off of work, and can I bring you something? Or do you need anything? Or even with his mom.
Yes, he would always bring me coffees, or even his little sister, he would bring her McDonald's every day, anything she wanted. Or I could always call him and be like, Kobe, I need this. And he would just show up with everything. Or just surprise me and bring toilet paper, paper towels. And that was crazy when he passed away. A lot of people brought that, and I'm like, that's Kobe.
So what's one memory of Kobe that still makes you smile even on the hard days?
Well, every time he left, he would tell me, I love you, Mom. And if I wasn't paying attention, he would say, Mom, I told you I love you. So he always said that. Anytime he hung up, anytime he left the house.
Our family is real knitted, close together. There's 8 of us. And I always tell my daughter, we're that forever 8. And Kobe would always come and hug you when he was either coming in, going out. And when we would tell him, I love you, he would respond, I love you more. And that's a quote that we stay with him now, that all of us say now, we love you more. And it's just hard that he's not here now, because we miss his phone calls, we miss his texts, we miss his presence. And just his energy, because his smile was so contagious that, I mean, he was just smiling all the time. He was always
never mad.
happy. He was always happy, outgoing, always willing to see what anybody needed, and there for everyone. I mean, not just for our family, but for his friends and other, even people that, I mean, I had a story from a lady that reached out to me that her husband worked with someone at Whataburger, and he ended up giving her a ride to work when he wasn't even working. And
he would say it's too hot for anybody to be working or to be walking.
And so he was just out there all the time. And one thing that I always smile at is when I cut into an onion. When he was about a year old, he got in the refrigerator and
he was eating it like an apple.
he was eating the onion like an apple. So every time I look at an onion, it's like a memory of him that just makes me smile, because we're like, Kobe, it's an onion, but
he didn't care.
He didn't care. He would eat anything and everything. So he was one of our good eaters, not a picky eater, and that makes me smile.
So when you think about moving forward, what does that look like for your family right now?
We just want to keep his legacy alive, and like we're going to do a scholarship for the 26-27. We'll be giving out a scholarship for him. And then also on July the 31st, we're going to be doing a back to school. That'll be his 7th month memorial. And we just want everybody to come out and donate supplies for the children in need. And then after we don't get all the donations, then we'll go ahead and donate to 2 schools.
So your family's been working to keep Kobe's name alive through community events and giving back. When did you know that you wanted that to be his legacy?
As soon as he passed away, because we saw, when he passed away, we had a lot of people there when everything was happening. And then I had a friend that reached out and she's like, Sandra, you need to do a visual, because this is affecting everybody, not just your family, not just your neighborhood. It's affecting the community. So we ended up doing a visual the Sunday after Kobe's passing. And we had bought like 500 candles. We ended up with 70 candles left over, and we know that other people took their own candles, but in the little community where my daughter lives, it was just packed. And we saw the impact that Kobe made with his friends within the community.
Even at his funeral, he had about 900 people there
that showed up for him, and people that we didn't even know that reached out to us, that helped us. And that's when we knew that Kobe would want us to keep his memory alive, and we want to keep his memory alive, and we want to keep his legacy going, and we want to just let everybody know of the awareness how Kobe passed away. We don't want anybody to go through what we're going through. And Kobe would want us to be happy to move forward. And it's hard for us to move forward because we miss him so much. And he was just an outgoing person that if you even meeting him today, you were like, wow, he's an amazing young man. And not just because he's my grandson, because of his character.
And he knew not to treat others bad. Because
Yes.
I would always tell him, you don't know what they're going through. Like, don't ever treat anybody bad. So he was always a good friend to everybody. Anybody.
Even if they were ugly to him, he was like, God, they're being ugly. And we're like, just be happy, move on, or make up, or tell them that, you're okay, or just let them go. You don't know what they're going through. Because I would always tell my kids, you never know what can happen. You never know, always put yourself in God's hands. Be nice to everyone, because just to be happy.
So, tell us about the Back to School Memorial. Actually, before we get into the memorial, you guys were focusing on fireworks safety this past weekend during July 4th. What made you guys feel like you guys had to do that?
Well, first of all, when he was 2 years old, he did burn himself on the face with the sparkler. And I should have learned then
That they're dangerous.
They're not. Anymore now, they're more of explosions, like guns.
The ammunition. I mean, they're not just like back in the day that a Roman candle, or now they have these artilleries that are actually bombs. And even now we saw on people posting that we saw a 4-year-old little girl holding a Roman candle. We saw other family members holding.
But that's not even all. Like, we saw people lose their hand, even through a sparkler that was thrown in their grass, blew up their whole house. And with Kobe's situation, it tore off all his back of his head. And I want people to know that. So they are aware of what could happen to them.
And not just, to be aware and be safe. We know we can't ban fireworks or anything, but we don't want nobody to go through what we're going through in the loss of Kobe, because it's awful to lose
It's
your
a struggle every single day. It's different for all of us, and especially his sisters, that little sister, his older sister, that they were all right there. So
the whole family. I mean, their family was there in the front, and they saw everything. So
would you guys be in favor of banning fireworks? Because there's some people on my platform around July 4th that were like, yeah, they should be banned in city limits. They should be. I mean, they are banned in city limits, but they should be banned altogether.
Yeah, I would want them banned.
Yeah.
And especially I saw a video on TikTok where it killed one lady this past 4th of July and then injured 3 other people and blew up a car. So, I mean, they're not.
I mean, and the family was just sitting around, and the fireworks were like maybe 2 feet away from them, and the firework came backwards and it landed on them and it affected them. And people don't realize, oh, it won't happen to me, it can't happen to me.
We never
yes,
thought
it can,
that, yes.
because we never thought it would happen to us. And it can happen to anyone. And like I told my daughter, in an instant, it was just in an instant that it happened, and now he's not here.
So tell us about the Back to School Memorial. What is this event? Where is it happening? And what are you asking the community to bring?
So it is at the Lubbock Cemetery. It'll be at 6 o'clock. Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually at 5:30. 5:30 to 7:30. You can bring your school supplies there. Donations are anything: crayons, paper,
Markers.
backpacks. Anything is appreciated. I mean, Kobe would be glad that we're helping the community out. So if the community can come out and help us out, that'll be greatly appreciated. And then once we're done collecting everything, we'll set a date to give out the school supplies to the kids.
Okay. So the flyer says that Kobe would have love to help children.
Yes.
What is it about his heart that made school supplies and helping kids feel like that's the right way to honor him?
It's just not school supplies. I always took my children out to go volunteer to help the homeless, to feed the homeless. And my kids always, I mean, they never told me no matter, we're not going to go. They always showed up when we went to feed the homeless, when we went, because we did haircuts for Hope. And they stayed there till the end to clean up. So all my kids, Kobe, Kinsley, Cassandra, Raquel, Elias, Ryan, and their tata, they all always showed up to help.
Or even at the Ronald McDonald,
yes,
we'd go and cook and clean there. So.
And he was like, "What can I do, Mother?" And we would give him a specific, and he'd get it done, and then want to do something else. Like, "What can I do?" And he would always say, "So and so needs this," or "I gave so and so my clothes," or we're like, "Kobe, don't give your clothes away." But when he passed, there was a couple of boys that, I mean, not like 5 or 6. There was a lot of boys that
they
came.
were like, "Do you want his clothes back?" And I'm like, "No, he gave them to y'all, so y'all keep them."
I mean, he had even given his glove away, his cleats. I mean, and we didn't even know. And people were coming back like, "Do you want it back?" And my daughter's like, "No, he gave it to you." So we know that Kobe would want us to continue
to give to
others like he did.
I'm glad you brought that up. What was the story that when you heard it from one of his friends or somebody that knew him that actually made you be like, wow, that you didn't know?
The glove. Well, glove and clothes, but the glove was expensive. It was about $500. And when they reached out, like, "We have his glove," and I'm like, "You do?" And I didn't want it back, but they brought it back. So then at the funeral, when I did see the little boy, I'm like, "Give it back to him."
Well,
Kobe
we ended up using the glove in one of the floral arrangements, and then my daughter's like, "Take it off." And we ended up taking the glove off the floral arrangement after his service, and my daughter handed it back to the young man, and the young man is like, "This year I'm playing for Kobe. Everything I do, I'm going to do for Kobe." And then we had other people reach out like, "Kobe, help me, because I'm so tired. I don't," because he had a bad childhood, or living arrangement. And he would go so tired to school, and he's like, "Kobe would bring me Red Bulls and make sure I had my homework and
make sure I was fed."
Yes, and I mean, he would even take them like McDonald's or whatever he could.
Or even at the house, he would be like, "Mom, do we have enough food?" And we never say we never have enough food.
Yeah.
We always want to feed everybody.
Mhm.
Everybody's always welcome there.
So for someone who can only bring a small donation like pencils, paper, or maybe one backpack,
That's
what would you want
perfect.
them to know?
Thank you.
I
Thank you
mean,
for
we're-
helping out. Every little thing counts.
Anything counts. A bag, a little thing of crayons, a pair of scissors, composition notebook. Anything will help. Anything is appreciated, and I mean, God bless you in advance. We just want Kobe's memory to stay alive, and for the community to know that we're gonna be here,
And we're going to help out.
and we're gonna help out through Kobe's name and through our family. We're gonna do everything possible to be there for everyone that we can be there for. And I mean, Kobe loved everyone, and that's how we are. We've never told anyone no or not giving when they need it, and we've always been there to support, and that's what Kobe would want us to continue doing.
What would you say to a mother or a family member, not maybe family member, but somebody who's lost a family member who finds it hard to cope? Because sometimes I feel like the devil tries to make us feel like we're the only one going through a situation, right? But I really believe in each one teach one. So what would you say to them?
First, seek the Lord, because my kids
I mean,
know
it's
about
hard,
the Lord,
yeah.
and it's hard because you start to question.
What
Why-
if? Yes.
Yeah, why did God let us go through this? Why are we going through this? Why did it happen to Kobe? Because I question that. But you still have to read your Bible. You still have to seek the Lord, because without the Lord, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to make it, because this is a daily struggle. It's an hour struggle. It's a minute by minute struggle, because
It
even
can
this
hit you anytime.
grief is not okay. It's gonna be at the funeral and then a few days after. No, grief is for a lifetime. And if you're going through this, seek God, read your Bible.
Or even
Stay-
reach out to people that have lost
Yes.
a son, because I've had multiple people reach out to me on TikTok. I mean,
And other family, I mean, her friends that have continued to been there have reached out to her, and just listen to
and
one
they
another.
know too. Like sometimes I don't text back, but
Or
I'm
answer
having
the
a
phone.
I'm having a bad day. But I will reach you back, and I do appreciate all the texts and calls that I do receive that I don't answer quickly.
And it's a day by day, minute by minute grieving, because I mean, we miss him. We had him for 18 years and we wanted him longer. Yeah, we're being selfish. We don't know why God called him home this quick. And we know he's with us in spirit, but we would have liked to have had him longer. And we miss you, Kobe. We love you.
Yes.
And anybody going through this, reach out. Talking to other parents that are going through this, it kind of brings a bond together, and don't stay by yourself. Reach for help.
So when people hear Kobe's name years from now, what do you want his legacy to mean a little bit?
Like, wow, he helped the community out.
His name
He's
is
still helping.
Mhm. His name.
He's still keeping his awareness alive, trying to
Yes.
keep people safe.
We just want Kobe to be known, not just for what happened, for who he was. Kobe was a lovable person. He was an outgoing person. He was a friend. I mean, he was a son, a brother, a grandson, a friend. Someone that
cousin.
was always there. Someone that was always there to help you and to encourage you, because he encouraged a lot of people to go back to school, to continue his education. And he was so proud that he was going to be graduating in May.
And with honors.
And with honors. And he called and said, Mother, I'm going to graduate with honors. And I'm like, oh my God, when are you going to find out? And he was supposed to find out the Tuesday when they returned to school in January of 26. But he didn't get to find out. We had to call, and he made it. And him and his sister were, so close that he would always think, oh, I can't be like her. And then we told him, you are like her. You are smart. And we were in awe that he was going to graduate with honors, because he was like, I did it, Mother. I did it. I'm almost done. And I said, no, baby, you're not almost done. Your life is barely beginning. And then we had the tragedy that happened.
So for anybody that's watching that wants to help you or reach out, are you guys up for that? Or how could they keep in contact with you or anything like that?
Yeah, they can reach out. They can text 806-805-3505 or call me. If you can't come out and donate, we can pick up. I'm available.
And he does have his own Venmo for his
Yes.
scholarship or for any donations that need to go to that as well.
Yeah, and we'll share that with you to post as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
and everything will be going, any funds that do come in go to his scholarship donation that will be given out the 26-27 school year. We also will be having a Menudo fundraiser in October. We haven't set a date yet, but we will let you know. And that as well will go towards his scholarship.
Yes, ma'am. Just keep us posted. So the Back to School Memorial for Kobe is more than about just school supplies. It's about love, remembrance, and a family choosing to help other children while keeping Kobe's name alive. The community is encouraged to bring backpacks, pencils, pens, crayons, markers, notebooks, papers, lunch boxes, and any other school supplies they can give.
Yes.
We want to appreciate you guys for coming in and just give you guys a warm hug. Everybody,
you.
I know the people that will be watching feel your story. He's one of our biggest story this year, and like I mentioned before, we just love to see how the community just really wrapped their arms around your son and around you guys. So that was very encouraging, especially in this time of your loss.
And we just want to say thank you to everyone, our family, our friends, his friends, the community, for still keeping up with us and my Kobe. We appreciate you guys so much. You don't know what it means to us that you guys still pray for us, keep us in your thoughts. It's hard, and we just want to say thank you, and we love y'all from the bottom of our hearts, and just keep my Kobester in your
Thoughts and keep our family in your prayers, please.
Thank you so much.
thank you.